be there for birthdays. I want to be there for soccer games, for holidays, stuff like that. Just things that I've missed over the years. As they get older, I just want to be able to be there, be around, and not leave my kids and my wife hanging like that for that many weeks a year.
We are back here on any given Monday with obviously I'm biased, but the story of the week, maybe the month, maybe the year so far in 2024. Jim Knous. Jimmy, what has the last week and especially the last 48 hours been like?
It's been insane, Ryan. Thanks for having me on. It's been, oh boy, just a whirlwind. We've had so much fun Monday qualifying for the WM Phoenix Open and actually playing well. Making the cut. That was awesome. Had a lot of friends and family, and then more friends and family came when I made the cut, which was just incredible. And obviously the Saturday crowds. We've all heard the stories about everything that happened on Saturday, and it was insane. Just so much fun to be part of the show and then play well coming down the stretch.
Jim, you're a golfer. You've been a golfer your whole life. You finish 32nd or whatever you ended up finishing. Is there part of you that wants to keep going, or what has kind of been the feeling after having a week like that? I know it's easy on weeks like this to forget all the weeks that aren't
Yeah,
like this.
right.
Um, do you have to kind of take some time and just think about all of that, Jim? What's
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, I'll definitely take some time. It's like you said, it's easy to forget. The weeks where you're traveling, and all of a sudden you're on the road 3, 4 weeks in a row, and you've missed all four cuts, and you're away from your family that whole time. Those are really hard times to battle through. It's these weeks like this when you're playing well and everybody's here with you, and you're all just hanging out, having a good time. It's a lot of fun, and that's what pro golf is all about. That's what you play for. And then obviously, you play for being in contention and trying to win golf tournaments. But yeah, your question, do I want to keep playing? I mean, yeah, part of me says yes, I want to keep playing for weeks like this, for this feeling that you get, for the possibility of winning golf tournaments. I think the other side outweighs that feeling for me, that I want to be a family man. I want to be home around my kids, as much as I can. I want to be there for birthdays. I want to be there for soccer games, for holidays, stuff like that. Just things that I've missed over the years. My kids are only 5 and 3 and newborn. So as they get older, I just want to be able to be there, be around, and not leave my kids and my wife hanging like that for that many weeks a year. So at this time, that's the plan, is to get a more quote unquote normal lifestyle, a normal job. Obviously, I'll be working for an incredible company. Super excited about that, and of course, I'm going to be scratching the itch with competitive golf. I'm certainly not retiring like a lot of things we're mentioning this week. I'm going to go play in the PGA of America stuff. I'm going to transfer my membership that way and play all the PGA of America stuff. Try to qualify for these big events and the PGA Championship stuff like that. So I hope that'll be a good, like I said, scratch the itch sort of scenario for me to keep playing competitive golf. And that's currently the direction we're heading.
and that's it, right, Jim? I think just people forget what pro golf is like for players with, you were on medical for a long time, conditional membership. I mean, everyone says it is like there's so many downs in pro golf, very few ups. And those good weeks keep you going for a long time, but eventually I assume they just add up to like, hey, this isn't worth it anymore.
Exactly, Ryan. I mean, it's been 12 years for me as a pro now. So the ups, obviously, getting my Corn Ferry Tour card in the first place, playing well. I mean, I have had a couple top fives along the way. Had a nice fourth place finish in Portland to vault me into the finals, and then played really well in the finals to get my PG Tour card. That was obviously an up. and then a couple times in contention on the PGA Tour over 3 years. And that's about it. Otherwise, making cuts always feels good. And making good string of birdies always feels good. But you're right. The downs just somehow seem to outweigh um, the 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 positive feelings in this job. I know you have to be mentally strong. You got to keep battling. It's just at this time in my life, in my career, I need to go another way. But that's why professional golf is hard, and that's why it isn't for everybody.
Were you I mean, it's so rare in this game, Jim, to kind of walk away when you want with your choice. I know there's a lot of factors coming into you deciding to stop playing full time, but you are doing it on your own time. Were you able to soak up this week as much as you could?
Yeah, I think that added to the joy and to the happiness that I had, and me and my caddy, my college coach had out there. And you could probably tell on the broadcast, we were just having a blast. We were every birdie, we were high five and celebrating, getting the crowd going. It was a great event because we could do that, right? You make a bomb, make a chip in or whatever, and you get the crowd going. It's one of those places that was very rewarding in that regard. Um, so it was, yeah, like you said, it was a great way to go out. It was an incredible, it was just an incredible week all in all. I Like you said, I kind of knew, not that this is going to be my last event ever. Like we talked about, I still
Mhm.
still want to play competitively, but that I knew I was going to play the Farmers Monday qualifier, and then I was going to play this Monday qualifier after me and my wife had chatted last fall after I lost my status. We said, okay, well, let's look around, and then the ping opportunity presented itself. We signed up to do it. Signed on the dotted line. The start date was decided, and I was going to play these 2 Mondays, and then go to work. So it happened to work out perfectly. Monday in this week to the WM. I mean, you couldn't have written a better story or a better script, right?
Yeah, I mean, someone said, your full time career, as Jim has said many times. We'll probably see him in the PGA Championship here in next year or the year after, but um, it's like your full time career would have ended in obscurity at the Waste Management Monday, and instead it became the story of the week. I mean,
Hmm.
it has to be. I assume having your family there, dad, mom was there, your wife, all your kids had to be so. Again, it just doesn't happen in golf. The scenario walking away like that kind of just never happens in this game.
Right, right. Like you said, I mean, the Monday was going to be my last event. Okay, what if what if I make the playoff? Great, a 4 for 3, and I'm the one guy that doesn't get through. Okay, well, Jimmy Hardkay didn't make it through, and everybody goes, okay,
Yeah.
and then those three guys play the event. Great, and I would have known that was it, and nobody else probably would have known. So yeah, you're right. This worked out great, and having all the family there, it was great. It was hard at times to stay focused. I would say I was walking down a few fairways, especially on Sunday, and I'd glance over and see my kids, jumping on dirt, or trying to poke their hands with a cactus or whatever, and it's fun to see them out there, and I'd be like tearing up, and I have a 8 foot birdie putt, and I'm like, okay, hey, let's go. I got to make this putt here. This still means something, and especially on the last hole, I don't, probably couldn't tell. I had that nice 6 foot. I hit that nice one in there for 6 feet. I get up on the green, and I go around to the other side of the hole to read my putt, and it's just dead in line with my family's just right on the other side, and I'm like, oh god. So I just start crying, and I'm like, okay, I gotta focus for this putt. I mean, I couldn't stop feeling emotional, even when I went in to hit the putt. I said, well, it's gonna go in or it's not. And, there wasn't much I could do about it, and then all the emotions started flowing.
Did you know that a camera was following you along on 18, Jim? I just watched before you and I got on here and watched the golf channel piece. It was very, very cool.
No, no, yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I have a link to it, but
That'd be
it
that'd be
was
awesome.
the family like they followed you all up 18 is very cool.
Wow.
So what's next? You're moving. You and I talked before we started recording here. Eventually, your job will be in Arizona, right? Is that where you're
That's
going to
right.
be based?
Yep.
So family's got to move in the meantime, and start jamming away at your cubicle.
Yeah, yeah, baby. Like I said, my friend sent me a picture. I got a cubicle. I was right at the end. I'm psyched about it. And yeah, I start later this month, and I'll probably commute down here and work while me and my family try to find a house, and while my son finishes out the school year in Colorado, and then we'll move down hopefully in the heat of the summer, so we can just dive right in and get the full experience of an Arizona summer, and then that'll be that. We'll be here working and hopefully playing some golf. Transfer my membership to the PGA of America. I think we had mentioned that, and try to qualify for this and the Shriners and the PGA Championship, big events like that. That's the goal now, and the game will certainly will still be there. I'm just still going to work as hard as ever as I can on being the best player I can.
Awesome. What was I mean, we'll leave the negative stuff out of the waste management. What was the crazy? I mean, how insane was it on Saturday?
Yeah, it was insane. I think the best example is normally, I've played this twice now, 2017 and then this year. Normally, when you play holes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you kind of get like a reprieve. You get a
Yeah.
little bit of a break from the crowd. Everybody hangs out on the backside, like 10, 11, and then especially 15, 16, 17, 18, right? And so when we finished round two on, let's see, it was weird because of all the weather
And all these
delays.
days run together.
Yeah, so I technically finished round two in the morning on Saturday in the
Yeah.
rain. Played well, which I was thankful for, made the cut, and then had a little bit of time while the other wave finished. Came back out, and we started, I think, about 2 o'clock or 2:15 off of one. Me, Martin Laird, and Adrian Dumont de Chassart. We were teeing off number one, and we go out there, and this hole was just absolutely lined with like people 20 deep. And I'm going, oh my gosh, what is happening right now? I mean, these people were amped. So, one, two, three, four. I mean, just the entire course from then on was 20 people deep, and these people were rowdy. I got on the tee and I was getting them going. I was firing them up.
Yeah.
They wanted to see some golf, so one's just a little straightforward, just par four. A little 3-wood out there, and then a 9-iron into the green, wedge into the green. So, but it was, I mean, it was electric. And then, unfortunately, didn't get to 16 that day.
Yeah.
Didn't get to 16 on Saturday because the daylight ran out. But it was crazy. It was incredible. And then I got to play 16 twice on Sunday, which was also incredible. That hole is just unbelievable. I mean, people are so rowdy.
What was kind of your conversation with your college coach and your family right after, Jimmy? And then I'll let you get out of here and move on to important things like moving your life down to a new state.
No, yeah, I appreciate you always following and always supporting my journey. No, me and my coach Tyler Kimball, we were having a great time. Like I was telling you, he was tearing up on the last. I was tearing up on the last as we finished. We had a nice hug, nice embrace, and we were just soaking it all in as much as we could. Coming down the stretch, made a few nice birdies coming in, which helped.
Help the
Um,
paycheck.
help
The
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 paycheck.
down payment
Yeah,
on the new house is going to be a little.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. My wife, said, "Hey, nice job. That'll help the down payment." And she said, "We could have used a few more birdies, though." No, I'm just kidding. But no, me and my coach, we had a great time, and I think he was really excited to be on the bag. He caddied the Monday for me, and I said, "All right, you up for doing the event? Let's go." I mean, and he doesn't. Walk that much nowadays, being the college coach. But yeah, I think by
Mhm.
the end of the week he was pooped. He was tired. We had a great week. He did great out there. He worked hard. I worked hard. and then we celebrated. We went to a friend's house and watched the Super Bowl. Had all the friends and family over. It was incredible. Had a nice dinner, a few beverages, as you would imagine. So
Mhm, mhm.
we had a great time, celebrating together.
How many people were there for you specifically, Jim, on Sunday or on the weekend? Do you have a count? Do you know?
Oh, probably 40-ish,
Good
between,
deal.
family and friends, and then, a lot of them had to take off right away, after that, get back to their respective states, but we had, 20-ish, celebrating together after the round, 20, 25, which was incredible just to see that many people come together. A lot of my old college teammates, extended family, a lot of extended friends, neighbors, people here in the plaza, just people from all over the place. People I golf with back home. I mean, it was incredible.
Well, Jimmy, as we have said many times on here, doesn't mean it's the end, just the end of a full-time playing career. I said if you just won this week and then just
Yeah,
peaced out would be unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Just come back, play the Masters, and just peace out. That's it.
that'd be epic.
Epic. So awesome. Huge fan, and I mean, this is the true win-win. You get to
Yes,
spend time with your family, still play competitive on the side, and be home and not miss all those birthdays and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
thanks for the time, Jim. I know it's been a crazy, crazy week.
Thank you, Ryan. Thanks for following along. Thanks for always supporting, and go Team Hard K.
There we go.